7 small habits. That was all. Not money, not talent, not a lucky opportunity. Just 7 small habits repeated every day. And they changed my life in ways I never expected. But let me tell you something honest. There was a time when I did not believe habits could change anything. I believed in motivation. I believed in waiting for the right time. I believed that one day I would wake up feeling ready. That day never came. One night, I was lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. The room was dark. My phone screen was the only light. I kept scrolling, video after video, post after post. I told myself, just 5 more minutes. But 5 minutes became 1 hour. Have you ever done that? Please repeat with me. Just 5 more minutes. Good. Again, just 5 more minutes. When I finally put my phone down, I felt empty. Not tired, not relaxed, just empty. I realized something painful. I was watching other people live their lives, but I was not building my own. That thought stayed with me. The next morning, nothing changed. I woke up late, I rushed, I skipped breakfast. I felt behind before the day even started, and as I walked to work, I had a quiet but heavy question in my mind. If I continue like this for 5 years, who will I become? That question scared me, not because my life was terrible, but because it was average, safe, comfortable, and slowly drifting. Hello, my dear friend. I am so happy you are here with me today. Maybe you are listening while relaxing. Maybe you are practicing your English. Maybe you also feel that quiet question inside your heart. Whatever brought you here, I am grateful you are here. Today, I want to share a story about 7 small habits that slowly changed my life. Not in 1 week, not in one dramatic moment, but step by step. And while you listen, I want you to practice speaking with me. I will say short sentences. You repeat after me. Do not worry about grammar. Do not worry about accent. Just speak. Even if your voice is soft, even if you feel shy, your voice matters. Please repeat. My voice matters. Good. Again, my voice matters. Before I discovered those 7 habits, I was not confident. I wanted to improve my English, but I was afraid of making mistakes. I wanted to be disciplined, but I loved comfort. I wanted change, but I did not want discomfort. Maybe you understand this feeling. You want a better future, but you also want an easy present. Repeat with me. I want change. Good. Again, I want change. The truth is simple. Change is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. Waking up earlier is uncomfortable. Speaking English out loud is uncomfortable. Keeping promises is uncomfortable. But staying the same is also uncomfortable. Regret is uncomfortable. Watching others move forward while you stay still is uncomfortable. So one day, I asked myself a serious question. Which discomfort will I choose? That question changed everything. I did not start with 7 habits. I started with one small decision, just one. I decided that tomorrow morning I would wake up 30 minutes earlier. That was all. No big plan, no dramatic promise, just 30 minutes. The next morning, when the alarm rang, my body wanted to stay in bed. My mind said, it's too early. My blanket felt warm, my room felt cold. For a few seconds, I almost gave up. Maybe you know that moment, the moment between comfort and growth. Please repeat, I choose growth. Good. Again, I choose growth. I slowly sat up. My eyes were still heavy, but I was awake, and something small but powerful happened in that moment. I won a tiny battle against myself. That was the beginning, and I did not know it yet, but that tiny victory would lead me to discover 7 habits that slowly, quietly, and deeply changed my life. Not in a dramatic way, but in a real way. And today, I want to share them with you. The first habit was waking up 30 minutes earlier. Wake up early. Not to be perfect, not to be special, just to have quiet time before the world became noisy. The first morning was hard. The bed felt warm, the air felt cold. My mind said, sleep more, but I sat up anyway. Please repeat. I sat up anyway. Good. Again, I sat up anyway. During those 30 minutes, I did nothing impressive. I drank water, I stretched my body, I sat quietly, I looked at the sky. But something small changed. I felt in control. The second habit came naturally. I started writing 3 simple sentences every morning, just 3, about my thoughts, about my fears, about my plans. Some days I wrote, I feel tired. Some days I wrote, I am afraid to fail. Some days I wrote, I want to be better. Writing helped me understand myself. Repeat with me. I understand myself. Good. Again, I understand myself. The third habit was reading 1 page of a book every day. Only 1 page. It sounded too small, almost useless. But 1 page every day became 30 pages in a month, and slowly my mind became stronger. The fourth habit was walking without my phone. 20 minutes in silence. At first, it felt uncomfortable. My thoughts were loud. I remembered mistakes. I worried about the future. But after many walks, my mind became calmer. During those walks, I started practicing English out loud. I described the trees. I described the weather. I described my feelings. My sentences were simple, but they were honest. Repeat with me. I practice every day. Good. Again, I practice every day. The fifth habit was choosing my words carefully. I stopped saying, I can't. I started saying, I am learning. When I made mistakes in English, I did not say, I am bad. I said, I am improving. Words shape belief. Belief shapes action. Please repeat. I am improving. Good. Again, I am improving. The sixth habit was keeping promises to myself. If I said I would study for 10 minutes, I studied for 10 minutes. Not 1 hour, not 5 minutes, 10 minutes. When you break promises to yourself, you lose trust. When you keep small promises, you build trust. Repeat with me. I keep my promises. Good. Again, I keep my promises. The seventh habit was ending each day with gratitude. Before sleeping, I asked, what was good today? Sometimes the answer was small, a good cup of coffee, a kind message, a quiet evening. But gratitude changed my focus. I stopped seeing only problems. I started seeing progress. 7 habits. Wake up early, write 3 sentences, read 1 page, walk without your phone, practice English daily, speak positive words, keep promises, be grateful. None of them were dramatic, but together they were powerful. After 1 week, nothing looked different. After 1 month, still small changes. But after 6 months, I was not the same person. I spoke English more confidently. I trusted myself more. I felt calmer inside. But let me be honest, it was not perfect. There were mornings when I failed. The alarm rang, I turned it off, I slept again. When I woke up late, I felt disappointed. A voice inside said, "See, you cannot change." That voice was strong. Maybe you know that voice. The voice that says, "You always quit." The voice that says, "You are not disciplined." The voice that says, "This is too hard." For a moment, I believed it. I wanted to give up. I thought, what is the point? But then I asked myself one question. Will one bad day destroy 6 months of effort? The answer was no. Repeat with me. One bad day does not define me. Good. Again. One bad day does not define me. So I tried again the next morning, not perfectly, but honestly. That is the secret. Not perfection, but honesty. Not intensity, but consistency. Slow progress is still progress. Quiet growth is still growth. Repeat with me. Slow progress is progress. Good. Again. Slow progress is progress. One evening, a friend told me, "You look different. You seem calm." I smiled. I was not richer, I was not more famous, but I was stronger inside, and that strength came from habits. Habits shape identity. Identity shapes life. Please repeat. My habits shape my life. Good. Again. My habits shape my life. Maybe right now you feel stuck. Maybe you feel behind others. Maybe you think you need a big change. But big change often begins with small actions. You do not need 7 habits tomorrow. Start with 1, just 1. Maybe tomorrow you wake up 15 minutes earlier. Maybe you write 1 sentence. Maybe you practice English for 5 minutes. That is enough. Discipline is not exciting. It is quiet. It is simple. It is repeating the same small action when nobody is watching, and that's why it works. Repeat with me. I choose discipline. Good. Again. I choose discipline. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You speak English clearly. You wake up without fear. You trust your promises. You feel proud of your growth. That future version of you is not a dream. It is the result of habits. 7 small habits changed my life. They can change yours too. Not because you are special, but because you are capable. You are stronger than your excuses. You are bigger than your fear. Please repeat. I am stronger than my excuses. Good. Again. I am stronger than my excuses. My dear friend, thank you for listening. Thank you for speaking out loud. Thank you for practicing even when it feels uncomfortable. That's how growth begins. If this story inspired you, please like this video. Subscribe to the channel. We are building better habits together. We are building stronger voices together. And step by step, we are changing our lives together. Before we finish, let us slowly shadow 3 key phrases from today. I will say them clearly, then you repeat slowly. Small habits every day. One bad day does not define me. I keep my promises. Say them again, feel them, and tomorrow morning choose 1 small habit. That's where your new life begins.